Every day, there are incredible preparedness deals floating around the internet, but who has time to dig through dozens of websites to find them? That's why we created PrepperFinds.com, your one-stop site for the best prepper deals online. Our team scans the web, finds the biggest discounts on survival gear, food storage, water filters, radios, and more, and posts them in one easy place. No more wasting hours searching or missing out on limited time sales. At PrepperFinds.com, you'll see the best deals every single day, so you can save money while stocking up on what really matters. Check it out today at PrepperFinds.com. Bookmark it, visit daily, and never miss a deal that could keep your family prepared. That's PrepperFinds.com, where smart preppers shop.
Survive, thrive, stay alive. It's time to get prepared with the Prepping Academy podcast.
Welcome everyone. I am Forrest. I am your host. I hope you're having a great day. If you're not, make it a great day. That sounds real lame, I know, but hey, do it. Why not? Today we're going to talk about what is going on in the world of privacy and security. A little bit of freedom, but privacy and security. I want you to know that some future podcasts, I'm going to talk about browsers. I'm going to talk about VPNs, secure emails. So we're going to get into a lot of this coming up to help you. But today we're going to go over some news. And this news is to scare the pee out of you. Can I say that? Can I say that? I think I can. To scare you to death. That sounds better. Not death. No, can't do that. Gosh, that's a trigger word. To make you aware of. Yeah, that's it. PC here. So, first we're going to talk about what happened just the other week. You may remember that AWS services went down. They had some DNS issues. DNS. Domain name server issues. You might not know what that is. You probably don't need to know. But anyway, they had some issues. And during that, our PrepperNet group noticed that Signal, our secure app that we communicate with each other, because we don't like to be tracked, was down. And we're like, what the heck? So there were many apps down. Matter of fact, Snapchat was down, Vimeo was down, Roblox was down, Slack, Hulu. I mean, there are a ton. There 150 major apps were down because of this outage. And we call that, there's a word for that, and it's called centralization. That means one group, one company, one person, one point of failure made all these apps go down. And everybody's like, wait a second. Businesses are relooking at, they could imagine if you had Slack and you're in Virginia, your work day stopped. You couldn't do anything with Slack. You couldn't get messages. You couldn't get to documents you were wanting to get to. With PrepperNet, we just send messages, private messages, because we don't like people. We don't trust people. We don't want people to know what we're saying. We're not saying anything bad. We're the good people in America. We're the patriots. But Signal went down for hours and a day. And so there's a central point of failure. That's called centralized. If something's decentralized, that means that one point, there's no failure at 1, 2, or 10 points. Decentralized could be 30 servers around the world would have to go down before it wouldn't work. So decentralized means it's more than 1 to 5 points of failure. Centralized means it could be 5 or less. Could fail. I made them numbers up, but you kind of get the point. Even though our data, I sent a message, it's still encrypted. No one could see it. It's just still hanging out there in the universe. And we didn't like that. So at PrepperNet, we're looking for a decentralized messaging service that is encrypted. We're looking at sessions and we're looking at Element. And I think there's another one. I don't know. But to host these ourselves, and that way, if ours go down, there's still out there with still decentralized. It could use other people's servers, like in Iceland. So, for an example, if we were using Sessions or Element, and there's a server in Iceland, we could still connect to that, even though AWS went down and took down everything. AWS, I use AWS for my emails. And they didn't send me a note saying, hey, we're sorry. They didn't send me a rebate check. So I guess when you're big, you just don't have to do things like that. But we need to think about decentralized and centralized apps and what would happen in case some bad things happen, grid down in Northeast because of hackers or the, internet goes down. What do we do? So at PrepperNet, we're thinking through some of them things. We already have a solution for a lot of it, which is ham radio. You just can't cut ham radio off because it uses the radio waves. But and we have probably one of the best communication protocols in the world, I would say, because we're connected with Amron. Emergency communications, we have hundreds and hundreds of people that still can communicate and pass information, and we're ramping that up as well. So we almost have every state covered where we can get information in and out of. So that's through ham radio. So we're big ham radio, but that's just one solution. That's not the best solution either. That's kind of like the worst solution. It works, but it's slow, it takes power. You can, if you're transmitting, people can identify where you are. So there's a lot of drawbacks with that as well. So we're looking for other solutions as well. If you know one, just send me a note. Okay, let's talk about healthcare data breaches. Healthcare is like the worst because they get your medical records, they get your credit card, they see that you had a rash in that certain place. But there's been 133 million medical records in 2023 and 2024 that have been leaked and they are on the dark web. Imagine your medical records, your x-rays, all your doctor notes being searchable by people on the dark web. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. That is terrible. Like, you can't do anything to hide your medical records. You're literally powerless unless you go to a doctor that comes to your house and writes on a notepad and never puts anything on the internet, which I know they have them. I had a friend that used to do that as a home doctor. But it's so powerless when it comes to your healthcare records because you can't control that. So here's the solution for that. It's nothing me and you can do because we have insurance. We got to get our medical issues taken care of. But there's coming a day, and it's around the corner, and it's going to change the medical field when it comes to records. And it's called blockchain. Yes, I'm talking crypto is going to absolutely revolutionize the medical records. If you don't want someone to have permission, you don't give them permission to your records. The doctor could say, hey, please give this radiologist permission to look at your x-ray. And you have 100% control if you give him permission or not. You could say, give me $1. No, don't do that. He's trying to help you. but you'll have 100% permission on who and control of your medical records. That is in the works right now. There are hospitals and clinics that is using this technology to make sure it works, to make it better, to get all the kinks out of it. So blockchain is coming, and it's going to be very good for you and very good for me. So don't knock crypto, okay? Also, have you ever seen these little car things you can put in your car? Has a little TV. It makes your, like I have a Toyota and I can't get my Apple Play on my Toyota because, just because I can't. Don't want to because your car is your biggest spy, by the way. I'll go over that in my webinar. I'll put links in the bottom. You can look it up, but my webinars are free, but people are buying these little CarPlay things and little things you can connect to your car. And what's happening is there's all kinds of malware in there that gives people control of your information, your phone that connects to it, and literally can give them control of a lot of things in your vehicle and information you don't want them to have. It's a big problem right now. And so people put their own screen in there. It's a big problem. The software and the device both have malware, and people don't even know it. They're just, the people are just scraping their data. Car companies do that already. If you connect your phone in any way to your car company's selling your location, your speed, your contacts, your messages, everything, selling it all. Yeah, they are. I'm not kidding. But this little CarPlay, people don't think about that. And little devices you put in your house can be recording. So just be careful. I don't know what to say except I don't trust them. I don't use anything connected to my car. I limit the internet things in my house. I only have a smart TV when I plug it in, meaning I unplug it. The smart device because my TV itself is not smart, but I have a Fire Stick that I know, but when I'm not using it, we turn it off. I actually have a switch on the wall that can turn it off. So it's not recording, it's not doing anything. But so anyway, you'll find your happy medium at some point. Okay, another thing we need to talk about is people install these browser extensions. And you can have a Brave browser and install these extensions, and all of a sudden it opens your browser right up to being able to be footprint, and it literally can just leak all your data with these little browser extensions. Matter of fact, they say 53% of the browser extensions leak your information, your cookies, your passwords, your history, and your web page content. 53%. I don't know. I mean, I went to, a small school in the mountains of North Carolina, but that's like more than don't. Hey, let's take a quick break.
Are you a prepper or homesteader looking to connect with like-minded people in your area? Looking to start your own preparedness group? Already have a group? Well, look no further than PrepperNet. PrepperNet is dedicated to personal responsibility, individual freedoms, and being self-reliant. PrepperNet has monthly meetings in over 100 cities where you can meet and learn with like-minded people in your area. PrepperNet, where preppers unite. Find us online at PrepperNet.com.
Okay, I'm just kidding with you. So you can look at every browser extension and see what access it's requesting as it installs, and you can always say, no, I don't need it. But your browser, it may be linking your information when you thought you trusted it. You thought Brave or Firefox was helping you. But if you put that browser extension it could destroy. You could make your Brave browser just like Chrome browser. Chrome browser is nothing more than a spy portal into your life, and and that's it. It's that plain and simple. So I'm going to do a podcast on browsers. I'm also going to do one on VPNs and emails. They're coming up soon. But stay tuned so you can learn about that. But imagine a browser extension is like a little mini app you put on your computer. That's exactly what it is. So you need to audit, find out what that browser extension is doing. Do you trust it? Check the permissions before installing them. I don't like browser extensions. The ones I do use, I make sure there's no tracking, all that stuff. It will show you, and you can do research on that. So anyway, just wanted to tell you about browser extensions, okay? And again, I don't even talk. I probably will bring that up, I guess, in the browser one. But anyway, so let's talk about AI for a second. So AI is wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful. You could be scared of it, and that's fine. My business, we use AI. We have our own large language model machine, which means it only connects to the internet when we want it to. It doesn't spy on us. We use it for graphics. We use it for searching through databases and putting links together. For example, we're looking for someone on the 100 most wanted U.S. Marshals list. And we have all the databases we can find that have been leaked on the internet. Target, AT&T, Home Depot, all the databases on this computer. And we'll go into the AI and say, hey, we're looking for this person. We'll give all the information about this person. AI will then go look through all the different databases. The AI will look at the possible usernames, possible passwords that has to do with like their brothers, their sisters, their hometown, their high school. We put all that information in and give us maybe possible leads. And then we could possibly get more information on who we're looking for. Now, last year we found 3 people on the American or the U.S. Marshals Most Wanted list. You make money for that, $25,000. Go at it, go for it. But my employees, we have fun with that. But AI, so let me tell you what some people have done with AI. AI is so convincing, the video and the voice. There was a company that was scammed $25.6 million from a Zoom call, and they thought the guy that was going to do the money was on the Zoom call, and he went ahead and wired it. I mean, the other employees got permission from him, which was totally AI, and they wired $26 million. AI emails also get a 72% open rate because they know. They read your mind. They make it look just like a real email in every aspect. 72% of emails in the United States that were phishing emails created by AI were opened. You're like, what? Yes. So don't do that. Attackers are scaling up. Here's the thing. Your information's been hacked. I got an article that's going to prove that. Your information's been hacked. It's on the dark web, and it's not going to stop. It is not going to stop. It's going to get worse. So you need to learn how to disappear on the internet, still be a part of the internet, and how not to give your information out. I have a webinar that you absolutely need to sign up for. It's called Disappear on the Internet. And it's free once a month. I'll put details below. You'll take so much notes, your mind may explode. But there's so many deep fakes when it comes to AI. Corporations, they're all struggling with this. Corporations are struggling with this, like with a $45 million budget. Don't you think individuals at home are struggling with this as well? They are. So, and it's a big problem. And guess what? it's going to get worse. Guaranteed. Okay, you ever heard of Kwanzaa Airlines, the Australian Airlines? They were just hacked. Oh, what a bad thing. And 5.7 million customers' information was duped. They literally is on the dark web. We're talking credit card numbers, frequent flyers, birthdays, phone numbers, emails, passport information, payment information. They got all that information of 5.7 million people. If you flew that airlines, you were probably in that data breach. And you're like, what? How do we stop this? There are ways, and I just can't go through them all. I'd love to tell you. I just can't go through them all. But free webinar goes through a lot of this stuff. But third party is a risk. Matter of fact, the United States has a doctrine that says any information you share with a third party, you cannot expect any reasonable privacy from that. Meaning, if you share your information with Google, eBay, Amazon, any third party, your bank, they can sell your information. That's this doctrine. Look it up. It's called the Third Party Doctrine. 1970 in the United States is when that was put together. I can assure you, they didn't think there was going to be an internet in 1970. Well, Al Gore knew. So one, you don't get to pick your vendors. You don't go, well, I'm not going to use Kwanzaa Airlines because that's the only one you can use over there sometimes. So you don't always get to pick the best people for privacy and security. Your name, your phone number is a big deal. I would say your phone number is more important than your social security number. Again, a little plug. Watch my webinar. Your phone number is more important than your social security number. You can't hide your travel data. I mean, it's hard. Taking photos. There's metadata on your photos. Your phone follows you. All this stuff. So I teach a course on all this. If you're interested, go and just take the webinar. I'll tell you about my course, or you can go to garvinacademy.com. And it's the best course on the internet, bar none. Any other course is going to cost you thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. I've taken that course. My course I took was $8,000 7 years ago by probably the premier expert at privacy and security and helping people disappear, get off the grid, witness protection. He's the best, and I took my class from him. So, just know that your email accounts, everything you do is being recorded and going to be sold, and you need to learn how to use that stuff wisely. And I can assure you, 99% of you do not know how to do that. I'm not slamming you. I'm just being honest. So here's another Gucci, all these high-end luxury good company, 74.4 million email addresses and passwords. What else was stolen? Names, emails, phone numbers, home addresses, purchase histories, financial payment details. Financial and payment details were not leaked. But if they got your username and password, they could probably get in that account. Just saying. So I think it's called Kering, which produces Gucci and all these other names I can't pronounce. McQueen, Alexander McQueen, don't even know what that is. That must be, it's luxury goods. The last time I've been near a luxury good is when I was walking through the mall. And it was on the other side of the window and probably had a lock on it. So, I don't consume luxury goods. I consume luxury food. Now that's a different story. Yeah, I'll go to a nice steakhouse and drop down $80 for a steak. I don't mind that, but I'm not buying a $4,000 bag for my wife. So anyway, but 7.4 million email addresses and phone numbers and stuff was hacked. What's that mean for you? Your credit card can be stolen at any time. So you need to learn how to buy things on the internet without using your credit card. Hey, maybe there's a free webinar coming up you can join. So anyway, let's keep moving on. Okay, here's one. 16 billion. That's a B, billion. 16 billion login credentials, usernames, passwords are on the dark web. Someone leaked these in mid 2025. It probably has your information in there. If you've been on LinkedIn, you've been on Chick-fil-A, you've been to Target, Amazon, Facebook, your information has been leaked. I guarantee it. It's on the dark web. I have the databases. Don't tell anyone because I don't want anybody to know it. But we use them so we can find people. We also use it to find out of our clients, because I have a privacy and security company, what information is out there about them. And so we use these databases. It's much easier to search when you have it. So just know that there are ways you can buy and sell and be a part of the internet and not give up a lot of your information. You can use aliases. You can use gift cards. You do a lot of things. So just know that. And again, there's a free webinar coming. So here's another thing, that this trend is happening more often than ever. Matter of fact, there have been 4,100 data breaches / hacks in 2025. 4,100 with over 109 million accounts information data. If you're not one of them, consider yourself lucky there, Roscoe. But they are happening like crazy. And with AI helping people hack, it's going to get worse and worse. What does that mean to you? You better get ready. You better start locking down your information. Your information's already in the data center in Utah for the NSA, because they buy all this data. They buy it all. They buy your credit cards, your debit cards, your emails, your phones. They record your phones, all your text. They record everything. But just know, old information is less valuable. So you need to turn a new leaf. You need to take this very serious, and you need to change your ways. Okay, because it's there. Just for an example, I mentioned this in the browser one that's coming up. Incognito browser in Chrome, Google recorded everything you were doing. And they have a data on 157 million people of their data browser when they were incognito. So that high school girl you were looking up, yeah, it's recorded. You know, that them sites you shouldn't have gone to, them naughty sites, it's recorded. How much time you went there. It's all recorded. The government owns that now because they buy all that data and they store it. And, you know, that rash, yeah, government even knows that. So maybe you should consider looking at your footprint and what you do on the internet. And maybe you should go truly incognito and take your privacy and security more serious. I'm pushing my free, I do 3 free webinars every month, and they're the best in the world, bar none. One is called Disappear on the Internet, and it's free once a month. There's so much information, you better have your pen and paper. It's given, and so you sign up for it. When the time comes, you sit down and listen, because it's good information. I also do one on cryptocurrency. It's called The Case for Crypto. Why crypto is going to save America and why you should get on board now and not be left behind. Then the other one is called Gain Freedom with a Home-Based Business. I've been very successful, very lucky when it comes to businesses, and I share my knowledge and help you and challenge you on how to save taxes and create a home-based business that's successful. Matter of fact, 56 of all home-based businesses are successful. So why wouldn't you do one when you could save in taxes? So I do 3 webinars. They're all usually in 1 week, either the end of the month, the first of the month. And from that, I talk to you about my courses that are the best in the world. And I'll tell you this, I've had thousands, 3,000 plus students, and not one student has ever asked for a refund. I'm just being honest. Matter of fact, 30% of the people that take one of my courses, 30%, this is insane, mind-blowing. This is what humbles a man. 30% of the people who have taken a course have taken all 3 of my major courses because they love my teaching. They love the depth and the detail that I get in. So I will put all that information down below. Make sure you read that. Make sure you give me a 5-star because, I almost deserve it. But just be gracious. That way more people can hear my message, trying to make people more private with more freedom. And, this is like a prepper's paradise too, being private on the internet, buying their prepper gear and being free at the same time. So, hey guys, thank you for giving me your time today. Hey, make sure you pay attention to the road now as you drive. And, again, join us next time. We'll have another pod. Next one's on browsers, then VPNs and emails. And we're going all over the place. Okay. Hey, thank you for allowing me to share. God bless you guys. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening to the Prepping Academy podcast. Preppers Unite at www.preppingacademy.com.
Has your data been hacked? Do you feel uneasy about the vulnerability of your personal information online? Were you involved in the Target, LinkedIn, or Microsoft data leaks? Don't know? If not, then pay attention. Join Forrest Garvin from PrepperNet for a free webinar on privacy and security. Gain insights into safe internet browsing, VPNs, crafting online aliases, secure emails, detecting if your data has been hacked, and managing passwords. Secure your spot today for this webinar on privacy and security. It's free. This webinar delves into comprehensive strategies for bolstering your online privacy. We've got you covered, from fortifying your passwords to shielding your financial information and mastering state-of-the-art encryption techniques. We're offering 2 convenient dates to suit your schedule. Reserve your spot now at PrepperNet.com/privacy. Don't let cyber threats erode your peace of mind any longer. Take the first step toward a safer, more secure online experience by joining us for our free webinar. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to safeguarding your privacy. Sign up now at PrepperNet.com/privacy. We'll see you there.